Hi everyone, welcome back to another video in this series that we are doing for people who have just cleared their grade 12 or are currently in grade 12. The idea of this series, as I'm sure you've seen in the other videos, is to help clear the confusion and lay out a pathway for all of you such that you can pursue your dream qualification, get a job as quickly as you can, start working. So that is the whole aim and idea behind this particular series that we are doing. Now, we've already done videos on the ACCA qualification, we've done videos on the CFA qualification. Today specifically, we're going to talk about the CMA, Certified Management Accountant qualification. Now, before I start talking about the US CMA qualification, I am a CMA myself. I hold the license. So I'll also tell you all a little bit about how my journey was, but more specifically, how you should sort of charter your pathway. So the very first thing that you need to know is that the US CMA qualification is provided by the IMA, the Institute of Management Accountants, and they're headquartered in the United States. Now, this is a global qualification that focuses on management accounting. Now, what do we mean by management accounting? Well, very simply put, management accountants help the management of an organization make certain strategic decisions. So let's say that the management has to choose between two projects, right? A management accountant will obviously work on the calculations and sort of explain to the management what project they should, or rather which project they should opt for. So another classic example of what management accountants do is budgeting. Now, whether it is a budget at the start of the year or at the start of the month, usually you will realize that it's management accountants who do this sort of work that helps the organization make strategic decisions. So this is what the course mainly focuses on, management accounting. Right, so that is the first thing you need to know. The second thing that you need to know, and the good news for all of you watching this video, is that if you have passed grade 12, you are eligible for the US CMA qualification. Which means as long as you have passed grade 12, you can go and write the examination in the next CMA exam window. So with that being said, now I'm going to put myself in your shoes and probably lay out the ideal pathway that a lot of students at Zell have taken up, and through this pathway they've gone on to have very successful careers. So if you've passed grade 12, as soon as you clear grade 12, start preparing. It will take you about 3 to 5 months maximum to prepare for one part. I did it in 3 months. However, sometimes it takes people a little longer. So let's say that even if you take longer, it should not take you more than 5 months to prepare. So you give your part 1. So by the time you finish your first part of the US CMA course, you probably will be towards, the stage where you're just either getting started with your college, or if you delayed slightly, you will be towards the midway part of your first semester in undergrad. Now, as soon as you give part 1 or part 2, whichever part you decide to give first, again, it will take you another 3 to 5 months to give your next part if you clear your first part in the first attempt. So let's assume that everything goes to plan. You can realistically complete both parts before your year 1 of undergrad comes to an end. So before semesters 1 and 2 end, you should probably be a US CMA. That's how quickly you can do it. The best part about US CMA is that it just takes 9 to 12 months tops to clear the qualification. There have been a lot of students who have completed their US CMA qualification before their semester 2 of their undergrad has even started. So that should be your ideal pathway. Once you're done with the US CMA qualification, you will obviously need to start working. So you can work alongside your undergrad studies. Could be, an internship that you pick up in any sort of either a big company, small company, right? Everything has their pros and cons. Maybe we will take this up in a separate video, but you should start working. And with this, my friends, by the time you complete your year 3, which means your semesters 5 and 6, you should be a qualified US CMA, you should hold an undergrad degree, and you should have 2 years of work experience under your belt, which makes you a very desirable profile for any finance role. Having worked 2 years will also help you achieve your US CMA license, since the license requires 2 years of mandatory work experience. After you graduate, You can look at starting with a package of 6 to 7 lakhs, if not higher, given that you have 2 years of work experience in finance under your belt. And this is how you get a head start over your other peers. So that is broadly the roadmap and journey of the US CMA qualification. I'm sure that different people have different pathways. So if you have any questions that you would want us to answer, just leave them in the comments below. Also, we have done more detailed videos on the US CMA qualifications, such as what are the different subjects, how do you prepare, when are the exams. So if you want to research more about the US CMA qualifications, make sure you check out any of these videos. Thank you for watching and stay tuned to this channel for future videos.